Everybody loves the cloud. We're all excited by it. We're all intrigued by it. We're almost beguiled by it. Cool technology, great promise of agility and flexibility, processing only what we need as a service when we need it. It's all wonderful. And we've seen really good examples of consumers and small businesses making hay out of it, using it for good purposes and speeding their own development. And yet, we're all also frustrated by the cloud because we haven't seen the same kind of enterprise use at scale. Well, that's exactly the kind of problem that CSC loves to deal with, and that's exactly the kind of problem we've been looking at. And what we've discovered is that one of the big hesitations, one of the big restraints on enterprise scale use of the cloud is its lack of transparency. After all, clouds are cloudy. Now, for some uses, that lack of transparency has not been all that important. But for enterprise use, for big business process use at scale, that's been a real problem. And so CSC has been working on that problem as a way to bridge what we know is a clever and productive use of a technology that should be useful for all scales of enterprises to the kind of business base that we're traditionally partners with. And that issue of transparency has turned out to be the single biggest issue that has caused enterprise scale businesses to hesitate. And so we're now moving from consumer use of the cloud and bringing a transparency capability into and through clouds so there will no longer be an unusual circumstance when we read case studies of big enterprise class users dipping a toe into the cloud. It will no longer be an unusual circumstance for cloud processing, even public cloud processing, to be an important part of the processing model of enterprises, whatever their size. This is the area of CSC. This is the sweet spot of what we do, and this is the promise that we bring to our customers around the use of cloud processing for them, as well as for all the people who have already discovered the magic of the cloud.